usually they more hundreds of volunteers that do for me got killed the campaign lo chi more vì cái bên mong cho xí lu cho xí ba cho xí châu nè. The second thing that gonna help you the group help you see la kai go hai tia cho cái còn đó ya cho cái or ya ba to you to king thế you training la cho lu ging more jing. I'm really honored and privileged that cũng có opportunity mu còn đó share mu còn đó the US here UCLA but go other master mu còn đó the UC Davis this Sac State going for the la cho lu more jing with all the knowledge that go gain but I got back to your community to ba thong ga. I also want to say that Big Hmong community have come a really long way. We've accomplished so much together. Big Hmong doctors, lawyers, Misty over there, Misty Kashasha, one of our first superintendent oversee our school district. We even have Maitha right here. She's a little shy. She Maitha yet the community specialist. I'll be the Attorney General Rob Bonta. Big Hmong Thai at all level of governments. And even this year, they showed up on that. Our first Hmong Olympian. I know all of you were excited and cheering her on. As we celebrate Beijing's success now, we still have a lot of work to go. Our community is still struggling, and we have a lot of work ahead. When we look at the educational outcomes of Beijing, we have so many of LGBT siblings. Community. Oftentimes, we don't see them for who they are. So for all of you out there, LGBT siblings, I want you to know that you have allies and we are here to stand in solidarity with you. And just a quick plug, Quip and Hmong Queer Shore will be here as well today, so make sure you stop by their booth. Lastly, I also want to share that when you actually look at Beihua income levels and our poverty line, Big Hmong communities is still struggling, even though we have much success. And so what I want to share with all of you, is that while we have a lot to celebrate, we still have a lot of work ahead. Lastly, COVID, right? And so I want to take this moment to talk the people we love, make sure that you get vaccinated. The Fresno Center and Hmong Nurses Association, vaccinate our community. Make sure that you get your vaccine. Make sure that you get your booster, and most importantly, make sure that mask. It's really great that it's fun, but we have to know, all of us have to know that we still have COVID, that it's still out there. We have to make sure that we protect each other. In closing, I wanted to present something from the city of Sacramento and would love for Mitch and your entire board to be up here. I know that when you're running an event, it takes a lot of money, but most importantly, it takes a lot of people power on the ground. All the board members, everyone, all the volunteers, it takes a lot of work. And so I want to take this opportunity to thank them and ask for Mitch to come up so that we can present a certificate of recognition from the city of Sacramento.
Trong ốp hạ nền cầu thiên nền cầu ý tư đùa lợ trong linh bao xóa sư với hải nền đồng chí cái giỏi nhẹ cái thơ sinh cái thọ xia thia với tàu bóng của mua chỉ xa hai tia sông no với yếu của yếu mua lũ chia với nhau đó luôn no nhà mong rong cơ anh nu no với trận tàu to tua nhau ở cái bọn dây bỏ muaกูชีเป้านี่จงลีจ่าแต่ชินแต่กูตูเข่งมากูอยู่ชัวเที่ยเขาไปลูกป้าเจียไปเจ้าของจัวเชียหมูอีสีอยู่ชีปูปอลปลอลีชงยาตาหลอพอก็ชงเชียนอไปหายนิ่งให้ยาชีลูชาขอกูก็เสดจอหื้อขี่เจ้าหายลูจงหลออวชัวคอไปหายนิ่งก็ไปชีมัวเธอเซ็งได้จีcó lúc trong lò sầu để chúa mua tây giả chỉ rong tây giả chỉ trong dây trong mua bỏ dây thọ có chúa mua cái xí lưu xí ba thế xí rả sư thọ có bé hải ninh và mình tới ba gì thế lo nọ chữ châu nhau trong sông chia trong nơi sở đầu. May we all have a blessed and safe celebration.
Tên cho ý rau trò Misty hơn Ôn để tao là hãy cho lùi rồi rong kênh cầu li bờ ta cụ ta nếu giờ thơi tuần xài mong là chỉ bọn em mong tàu của Facebook tàu cá đời nếu cứ giờ thơi tu xài mong là chỉ bọn em mong tàu của cho thơi cho nhớ đồ họ bầu chỉ cần tới họ Fresno Unified School District đi tận đây nó bé tụ con nó có ý tụ con chẳng chênh là sĩ tụ nó chú chẳng chênh tụ mù hay lù là giờ bé tụ Keynote speaker trong nông nọ sở đường bộ tên nó rõ giải tỏ bé tụ chuyên trong Jerry Dyer.
He's already on stage with us, so please just give him a warm welcome, the Honorable Mayor Jerry Dyer, who will deliver the keynote address for us this morning.
Well, thank you, everyone. Najong Chia. Happy New Year for all of my white friends. And let me just say thank you. It is so good to be back here at the Fresno Fairgrounds with this Hmong New Year celebration. And I want to begin by thanking Mitch, the president of the Hmong Cultural New Year celebration. This is an incredible event already. And as I look out here and I see an incredible view of a sea of people, Hmong people, American people, folks from different walks of life that are all here celebrating together. And so I want to just say a special thank you to everyone that has come out here today. Also, a very special thanks to the board of directors for the Hmong New Year committee. They have done an admirable job once again. You know, I am honored to be the mayor of a city that has such rich diversity that includes one of the largest Hmong populations in America. I'm also proud to be the host city to have the largest Hmong New Year celebration of anywhere else in the United States of America. I was a young police officer in the Fresno Police Department when Hmong refugees first settled here in Fresno. And Hmong people that were thrust into a foreign land with a foreign language with very few resources at their side. I got to see firsthand the struggles that the Hmong people went through, especially trying to raise their children in this new way of life. Unfortunately, many of our Hmong youth were led astray at that time, led astray into being involved in certain criminal activity, joining gangs. Yet, the Hmong people are so resilient, have overcome all odds and assimilated into America and adopted the American way of life, taking advantage of educational opportunities that exist here in America. Today, we see countless numbers of Hmong teachers, lawyers, doctors, police officers, accountants, and as you saw today, Hmong politicians across the state of California. And the Hmong people have done so without losing your culture. That is so important, to be 100% Hmong and 100% American. And that is why this celebration is so important. And not only to the Hmong people, but it's important to the American people as well. We must preserve the Hmong culture. You know, I had the pleasure of spending much time with the late General Vang Pao before he passed, a man I respected deeply. I spent much time with the general enjoying breakfasts and lunches and dinners and opening ceremonies like this. He was such a bold and courageous leader. He always stressed to the Hmong community the importance of education, hard work, and respecting the elders. General Vang Pao also stressed something that I think is extremely important, and that is unity among the Hmong people. And I know that General Vang Pao's heart was broken at one time in Fresno. We had 3 Hmong New Year celebrations all at the same time. And I was proud at that time to be a captain in the Fresno Police Department, assigned as the district commander right here in Southeast Fresno, and to have a part in being able to unify those three celebrations into one. And I'm proud to say that is what we have today, one Hmong New Year celebration in the city of Fresno. The Hmong people must stay united. There is power in unity, and there is peace in unity. And together, your voice is extremely loud and extremely powerful, but you must stay united. That is the very purpose of the One Fresno theme that I ran on as the mayor of the city of Fresno. The One Fresno theme that stands for unity. It stands for peace. It stands for one voice, because that is the strength of our community here in Fresno. Regardless of the color of your skin, the neighborhood in which you live in, or your political affiliation, we are one Fresno. It is for this reason that the City Council and I created the Office of Community Affairs to serve as liaisons to our very, very diverse community here in Fresno. One of those who serves on that Office of Community Affairs is Sandra Lee, who represents the Hmong community and will serve as a liaison for this community. We want to honor the Hmong people by ensuring that all of you have a voice in our government here locally. A government that listens, keeps its promises, and is owned by the people. And that includes the Hmong people within our community. I will always have a fondness for the Hmong people. You have treated me like family over the years. When I was competing for the position of police chief in the Fresno Police Department, it was the Hmong community that stood by me. When I ran for mayor to be the mayor of the city of Fresno, it was the Hmong people who stood with me. And you stand with me here today. And I want you to know that I don't take that for granted. And I will always be grateful to the Hmong people. Thank you for your support, and thank you for your friendship over the years. I love you very much, and I promise you, I will always be there for you no matter what. We must never lose this Hmong New Year celebration in Fresno. It is a part of our identity. And as an added bonus, it does stimulate our economy here in Fresno, with all of the people who visit the Hmong New Year celebration from across the United States and on some occasions from across the world. I know that there was an uncertainty that the pandemic brought to the Hmong New Year and the challenges that we faced last year in having to cancel the Hmong New Year celebration. And that is the very reason that I took the initiative to ensure that the city of Fresno did their part this year by being a proud champion sponsor for this year's Hmong New Year celebration. I want to thank Council President Luis Chavez for working with me on that, as well as the rest of the City Council in support of providing $50,000 to this year's Hmong New Year celebration. It is my hope that this contribution will ease some of the financial hardships experienced by the committee and ensure that there will be many, many, many more successful Hmong New Year celebrations in the future right here in the city of Fresno. I also want to say thank you to the Center for New Americans under the leadership of Pao Yang for bringing vaccines, COVID vaccines this year right here onto the fairgrounds that people can take advantage of. So thank you, Pao, for your leadership and bringing those vaccines directly to the people. And lastly, and most importantly, I want to say thank you on behalf of the American people, to the SGU, and all of our Hmong veterans serving our country and protecting our American soldiers during the Vietnam War. We will be and should be forever grateful for the sacrifice that the Hmong veterans and the Hmong soldiers at that time played in rescuing American soldiers, otherwise who would have died in a foreign land. So thank you for that so much. Thank you for your service. And as I close, I want to just say thank you to all of you that are here today. Over the next 4 days, you're going to experience a great time here in Fresno. You're going to be able to enjoy the food, the fashions, and the music and the entertainment. And I promise you that we will keep you safe here as you enjoy. God bless you and Happy New Year. Nojong Chong Chia.
Okay, jadi pertama kita jadi daya ya auto ya một tuần chúa nữa đó, thì siêu cái thế không mấy ta thế, bắt thành này là tuần rồi. Okay, so bắt thành major will be on one side and then major will be on the other side. Okay, alright, họ lựa chơi họ là cho tôi luôn đó. Okay, là cho luôn tôi luôn nữa đó. Nó biết cho mà biết tuần chúa hay cứ xe cho tôi luôn đó. Okay, so chủ yếu toàn nó chúa thôi nè. Okay, toàn nó chúa thôi nè. Thôi họ luôn nó chỉ muốn rồi được họ tiền. Đâu có một tờ chơi plan à?
Yo,กูใช้ปลาเกลี่ยยศสัตย์ที่นั่นได้ลองอีแต่กี่เนาะ
Hey, alright, what in that job? Yeah, you do the same thing,
เรา
Mayor.
ใช้ไปตัวจัวนอนะนายอีหยาเชียไปอวชงนอวยังหยาเชียไปยังอีสื่ออวดินอนะแต่สิเนี่ยนอรงกอลิไปตัวยอแต่เธอนอเจไปวลิเราหายเฉาวันนึงต้องเดินเลยไปวันจัวสีจัวมาชิงละสินะแต่สิยอยันนึงโคกามาเก็บวันจัวอยู่นะเดี๋ยวจุดตัวจัวนี่นะเขาตัวจูตัวซื้ออะไรเกี่ยวเชียเจมันจะละมันชัวจะรู้ด้าตัวจัวเจละมัน18 ตัวนะ
Long tiếp à, này cho tôi long à. Tôi chú mà. Tôi ở bên đây mà long kêu là. Okay.
Don't let the rice get cold.
Yeah, you take too much time. Faster. Cái lâu mà bắt thành đấy chỉ cho cá. Bắt thành giống ya. Đấy chỉ cho cá.
Đấy chỉ tao uống chỉ cho cá rồi ô li cha là bây giờ.
Okay. Cô Mr. Yang just stood there now. No, Mr. Shang Lok Chen.
You want to be able to enjoy the rice cake, so come on.
All right, Misty. Okay.
Come on, Misty.
Come on.
Make sure you don't hit the side like me.
Okay. Lâu có sao một thế, Misty? Yeah.
Use all your mighty strength.
Oh. Okay. All right. Tôi tổng tụ là sao? Okay. But nice job, Misty. Chà, cho student đấy. Cho student cho nên chỉ show thế à? Bên hồng thế à? Yeah. Faster. Hurry up. The rice getting cold now. Oh. Bắt thằng. Cho coi những nó biết đâu có sao. Yeah.
We're getting rusty. We haven't done this for the last 30 years.
Tạm thời này cho nên chỉ rất tuổi đi của
Chị tao tuổi yuan đấy này. Cái nó ngồi đi sợ đâu là chị bóc tuổi yuan đó là nè. Tuổi chị cho đấy là tuổi là ngu sơ.
Okay. ตัวที่ตัวตัวออฟฟิเซอร์ตัวเต็มจุดละจับตัวโอเค
เก่งจังกันนะพอมาเต้นก็ฉี่เสื้อ
พอตาคุณหลังจู่กับเน็ตกันรอซะคุณจะกินได้กันเลยเจ้าหน้าที่ว่าล่ะกินเดี๋ยวนะตัวกินเดี๋ยว
ตัวลูกไปกับตัว
รู้เนาะอย่าตัวนู้นสุดเจียกุล
哦，别跟做了。哦，还挺热闹，不是怎么了？到这路了。
哦，กูว่าของได้เจ้าจ่ายทีนึงได้หน่อยจะได้ให้เด็กกินได้แล้วนะมันฉ่ำเนี่ย
这炒给不上上，哦，更炒给不了，真到了。
เนาะเราโมปอขี้ใส่ต่อลูกชงเชียเราโมตัวยัวตูลูเนี่ยไปหอยจืดเราโมอีจังก็ส่งสีโดนได้เท่านั้น
เจยลินเดลีเฮอก็ยังเขาตื่นนะเจมบ้าต่อเนาะต่อก็ยังก็นอนตื่นนะเจก็บ้าเราตรงแต่สัตว์เทียนนอนนะ
ยาก็จีก็เพิ่งใช้ปลาละยังมุนเสียหมอนนอนนะเจยาก็รู้ชื่อเขาละยาก็ย่อใจแต่นอเลยย่อเด็กก็นอนนะเจบ้าเราเลยอีกันตอนนี้นะต่อกาไปบ้านใส่สังเจ